Hi travelers! Today we're going to talk about the two largest shopping malls in New Hampshire. Not surprisingly, both of these malls are located on the New Hampshire-Massachusetts state line, allowing for shoppers of both states to enjoy them. Let's take a closer look at the largest mall first. Coming in at just over 1 million square feet, with 144 storefronts, and an opening year of 1991, it's the mall at Rockingham Park. The mall at Rockingham Park is located in Salem, New Hampshire, and sits across the street from the former Rockingham Park racetrack. This two-story shopping mall surrounds a circular center, featuring a staircase between the two floors. At either side of this center are two corridors leading you to either the north or south side of the mall. This mall is now owned by the Simon Property Group, just like many other shopping centers in New Hampshire, after purchasing the property from New England Development in 1999. At one time, the mall at Rockingham Park was the largest mall in northern New England. That was until the Natick Mall in Natick, Massachusetts underwent reconstruction and expansion in the early to mid-90s. But the mall at Rockingham Park still remains the champion for largest mall in New Hampshire. And here's a neat fact: the mall at Rockingham Park was also one of the first shopping centers in the region to open some specialty stores to introduce to the shoppers in the area. Some of these specialty stores included Abercrombie & Fitch and Gap Kids. A benefit to having a mall on the border of New Hampshire and Mass is that New Hampshire malls are not subject to sales tax, so by having a location in New Hampshire, it attracts customers from Massachusetts who don't want to pay sales tax on items such as furniture or appliances. In 1997, the Methuen Mall, just over the state line in Massachusetts, was forced to shut its doors due to this competition with the mall at Rockingham Park. And like many reigning champs, the mall at Rockingham Park also defeated the former Rockingham Mall just down the street in Salem, since having two shopping malls in one town gave way to customers choosing one over the other. Prior to the pandemic, retail stores were already finding it difficult to compete with big box stores who also had a strong online presence. Between 2015 and 2021, many stores at this mall have closed, including Sears, which was turned into a Dick's Sporting Goods. Some Starbucks locations have also permanently closed here, but with its convenient location off Interstate 93, you can still get a good shopping spree in at the stores that are still here. Our second largest mall, coming in at just over 970,000 square feet, with 139 storefronts, and an opening year of 1986, it's the Pheasant Lane Mall. The Pheasant Lane is located on the Daniel Webster Highway in Nashua, New Hampshire, and sits nestled between Nashua, New Hampshire, and Tyngsboro, Mass. Another tax-free New Hampshire shopping mall that sits on the border of the two states. This mall has a long history of zoning and rezoning in order to ensure the dimensions of the actual building all remained within the New Hampshire state line. Originally, the plan for the Pheasant Lane Mall was to have all the retail stores on the New Hampshire side of the mall, and then build the food court on the Massachusetts side so that there would be no sales tax on stores in New Hampshire, and the food court would get to take advantage of the lower meal tax for Massachusetts. However, the Mass state government determined they would impose the sales tax no matter what. This meant had any part of the mall been built just over the line into Massachusetts, then all of the stores would have been subject to sales tax on items such as furniture and appliances. The Pheasant Lane Mall's design and zoning started in the 1970s, but after several iterations of project ideas, the intent to build a shopping mall was decided around 1980. After many meetings with surveyors and the Mass government, it was determined the design for the area of the building that would host JCPenney was too far past the New Hampshire border. Because of this, the architects decided to trim the entire building across the line, making the edge of the JCPenney almost pentagonal. The parking lot past this edge of the building sits in Massachusetts, so if you're a bit of a dork like me, you can park in Massachusetts and walk all the way to New Hampshire just to go shopping. Similar to the mall at Rockingham Park, Sears has closed, and a Dick's Sporting Goods was added to the mall, and some other stores have also closed along the way. And again, just like the mall at Rockingham Park, the original anchor stores for the Pheasant Lane were Filene's, JCPenney, and Jordan Marsh. And not shockingly, the Pheasant Lane Mall has also been blamed for the closure of smaller shopping centers in the area, such as the Nashua Mall that used to be located off the Everett Turnpike. This mall was replaced by a shopping center including Kohl's, LL Bean, and the Christmas tree shops. The only remaining retail store from Nashua Mall is Burlington. Prior to becoming the Pheasant Lane Mall, the mall had been known by both the Rivergate Mall and the Pheasant Run Mall. And there was actually a drive-in theater in this general area called the Nashua Drive-In in the 1950s and 1960s. And according to some online sources, even after the mall opened, the movie screen was left up at the drive-in parking lot displaying the Pheasant Lane logo. Even before there was a drive-in in this area, there was a farm in the 1800s and early 1900s called Bancroft Farm, according to the Nashua Telegraph. In 2011, the Pheasant Lane underwent a large renovation that included carpeting all of the corridors and expanding the number of retailers and restaurants in the mall. This led to the addition of restaurants like Red Robin. Both the mall at Rockingham Park and the Pheasant Lane Mall have some striking similarities. They both straddle the New Hampshire-Mass border. They have both been open for 30 years or more. They have both undergone several renovations. And the traffic to get in and out of both malls can be horrendous, especially during the holidays. It's been a while since I've ventured out to the mall at Rockingham Park due to the construction they were doing near the off-ramp of the interstate, but I do visit the Pheasant Lane several times a year. I grew up just north of Boston, so I've been coming here for nearly 30 years. When my mom and grandmother would get sick of going to the Woburn Mall or the Burlington Mall, they'd take me to the Pheasant Lane, so I've gotten to see how much this place has changed over the years. And neither mall is without its odd customer controversies. Several customers have been arrested at the mall at Rockingham Park, including 2 drunk moms, as well as a man caught using his child to steal prizes from a vending machine in 2019. The Montgomery elevator next to JCPenney has also been reported by many customers to be very loud and shaky and scary. In 2012, a customer at the Apple store at the Pheasant Lane Mall was tasered by police. But for the near future, I think both of these shopping malls still do quite well and will remain open. However, as Amazon takes over the industry, well, the future for many shopping centers could include a much different customer experience in order to compete. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy some other videos I've created about businesses in New England. Click the link on your screen to see a playlist of my New England history videos. Thanks for watching!